The heartless father ruthlessly pushed his 6-year-old daughter into the great river. For 6 years, the girl wandered alone through the desert dust. She wore a face covering and carried the dragon spine sword. Her pet, Tuk Tuk, had grown into a majestic mount. To save her petrified father, the girl had been searching for the dragon alone since she was 6. She searched for 6 long years. Hundreds of rivers had been scoured. Now, only one river remained. But the dark force, the Droon, suddenly attacked. Raya immediately took out the dragon gem fragment and repelled it. She had faced such dangers countless times before. She raced along the river, only to find a broken ship blocking the path. Passing through the ship, Raya entered a cave. She laid out offerings on the ground, murmuring an incantation. Then she poured high-proof liquor into a cup. The next moment, the river flowed backward, transforming into floating droplets of water. They slowly gathered together. The dragon, asleep for 500 years, truly appeared. This was Sisu, the dragon Raya had sought for 6 years. But this dragon wasn't quite what she expected. She seemed a bit silly. Newly awakened, Sisu could only swim. She could do nothing else. But when she picked up the dragon gem fragment, a blue glow enveloped her. She had gained her sister's magic, but that alone was far from enough to defeat the Droon. Only by gathering all the dragon gem fragments could Sisu seal the Droon away again. So they continued their journey, soon arriving at the Talon tribe. Raya nimbly navigated the traps, while the dragon, even with no skills, was still far stronger than any mortal, much to Raya's envy. On the way, they encountered glowing-tailed bugs, which exploded on contact, startling Sisu. The passage was full of these bugs. They had to pass through carefully. The Talon chieftain had long died in the center of the cave, clearly while hiding a dragon gem fragment, but was killed by his own trap. Raya raised her dragon spine sword. The blade shot out and embedded in the opposite rock. Sisu pushed off with her legs, and they reached the chieftain. Raya used a stick to jam the trap mechanism, then carefully retrieved the fragment. With this fragment, Sisu transformed into human form, gaining a new skill. But while she was still celebrating, Namari and her troops arrived. Raya quickly activated the cave mechanism, causing sand to pour down and bury the soldiers. Raya and Sisu seized the chance to escape. In the corridor, Raya deliberately triggered the wall bugs. Amid the explosions, they mounted Tuk Tuk and fled, but Namari gave chase on her giant cat. As the enemy closed in, Raya knew the cat was afraid of water, so she guided Tuk Tuk into the river. Then Raya and Sisu escaped onto a boy's boat. Unexpectedly, his boat was too slow, so Sisu jumped into the water, transformed into her dragon form, and grabbed the hull, instantly releasing immense power. They soon reached the next stop, the Tail tribe. Here, people built houses on water to keep the Droon away. Just as they thought they could relax, Raya encountered a strange baby on the street. She kindly picked it up, but when she turned around, 3 monkeys stole the dragon gem fragment. As she tried to chase them, the baby in her arms kicked her to the ground, threw sand arrogantly, and escaped on a monkey. Raya gave chase. Luckily, Tuk Tuk was fast enough to corner them and retrieve the fragment. She even recruited them to her side. Using the child and monkey's acting skills, Raya infiltrated the chieftain's room, only to find she had the wrong person. Chieftain Deng Hai had long passed away, and the fragment's whereabouts were unknown. Meanwhile, Sisu was tricked outside the city gates. When the gates opened, the Droon surged forward, but sensing the dragon's presence, they hesitated, watching from a distance. An old woman forced Sisu to reveal the other fragment's locations, threatening to leave her outside with the Droon. At the critical moment, Raya arrived on Tuk Tuk, saved Sisu, and seized the fragment. With it, Sisu unlocked a new skill. She spewed a thick mist, allowing them to escape and begin their journey to the Spine tribe. But upon arrival, they found an empty city. Everyone had been turned to stone by the Droon, except for a one-eyed survivor. Before Raya could question him, Princess Namari and her troops caught up. Soldiers drew their bows, ready to fire, but Raya pushed the gate open. She provoked Namari into a duel, not to fight, but to cover her friend's escape. Distracted by concern for them, Raya was quickly overpowered by Namari. Seeing this, Sisu transformed into her dragon form and rushed to rescue. Witnessing this magical sight, Namari stood frozen in shock. Learning Sisu was the dragon, the people on the boat begged her to save the world. The one-eyed man revealed his fragment. Now, their shared goal was to seal the Droon. Sisu took the fragment and gained the power to control water. Only one final dragon gem fragment remained, in the hands of the most powerful tribe, the Feng.